If you like grinding money in GTA Online, this is going to be one of those weekly updates that you seriously don't want to miss out on. Rockstar just dropped more massive double money bonuses on the Garment Factory FIB file finales, and these are going to let you earn over $350,000 per playthrough, and each one only takes about 20 minutes at most. Or if you're going for the priority file finale, you can speedrun it in 15 minutes for a payout of $662,000 this week. On top of that, the Garment Factory's wall safe incomes also doubled, bringing in about $5,000 a day, or if you're a GTA Plus member with the 4x bonus, you're going to be making about $10,000 daily. This is all super low stress, high reward solo content that's going to be perfect for stacking millions of dollars fast in this game, and chances are you're already running these missions, and you have been, and so now's the time to capitalize on them even further. Welcome back to another GTA 5 Online Weekly Money Guide. Today we're going to be breaking down exactly how to take full advantage of this update, these bonuses, how to grind smarter and make some serious cash while actually enjoying the game. So with that being said, let's jump in. Now, real fast, like I said at the beginning of today's video, with the Garment Factory wall safe being double money, you could see here, this is the payment that I got just for one in-game day, so 48 minutes. With the double money, I made $3,510 with the wall safe. This wall safe also has a capacity of $100,000 only, so it's just like the arcade in that sense, but obviously you'll be making a lot less money with the Garment Factory wall safe every single day, because the money, the lore reason for you making the low amount of money you do with the wall safe is because of the Garment Factory legitimate side of the business, making and manufacturing this clothing and things like that. The real money, of course, is coming from the FIB files, which we are going to start, and that is the main way of making money with the Garment Factory. The wall safe is just extra, you know, just think of it as extra, that's it. Don't even think of it as like a legitimate wall safe like we have with the salvage yard or the agency or the arcade, and especially the nightclub, right? Rockstar just tossed one in for the Garment Factory and included it with the business just because. But overall, the way to make money, of course, is with the FIB files. Now, the Garment Factory itself is going to be 30% off this week, so if you do not own one, you can get it here. Of course, there's only one location. To buy it in GTA Online, it is going to cost you $2,350,000. There's no upgrades or anything like that, but it does come with like a fast travel ability. It comes with a vehicle warehouse, or vehicle, excuse me, like garage, of course. It comes with storage for your terabyte, so if you don't have the nightclub and you want to get a terabyte so you can, you know, start customizing your oppressor and things like that, you can store your terabyte here, and the Garment Factory will also give you upgrades to the terabyte itself. With the Bureau Tech, you can see here, you get the collectible scanner, the silent running module, the missile lock-on jammer, and you can also get a master control terminal for your terabyte as well. That way, you know, you could be on the move using your master control terminal all across the map. You don't need to go to your master control terminal in your arcade itself. Now, let's talk about the FIB files, because this is a money guide. But to get started, of course, you need the business. Now, all of these files typically pay out about $150,000. You make an extra $50,000 if you complete the 3 bonus objectives for the mission. You make $10,000 per bonus objective. With 3 of them and 3 bonus objectives for each file, you can make a $20,000 bonus on top of that. So $30,000 for the 3 bonus objectives, $20,000 as the bonus for completing them, $50,000 in total as your bonus objective reward. So normally you can make about $200,000 per FIB file. With the double money this week, it's $300,000, of course, plus the $50,000 for the bonus objectives. And with the priority file for the week, you can only do once, but it's double money from the original FIB files that you could farm throughout the week. But since all FIB file finales are paying out double money, the priority file, which is already double money compared to the normal ones, that's double money as well. So you're making $612,000 for completion, but of course, with the $50,000 bonus objective at the end, that's a payout of $662,000. And that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. We are going to farm the absolute crap out of this mission, get through it, and you could speedrun this one in, I would say, about, I think my record's about 16 or 17 minutes. I've been able to get the file finale down to about 6 minutes flat, and I would say the rest of it takes me about maybe 12 or so minutes, so maybe like 18 minutes total playtime for me. I'm gonna time it today. We're gonna run through, and you're gonna see basically my tips and tricks for getting this completed as perfectly, as efficiently, and as fast as possible. Now, first things first, you could start your FIB files through your phone with the Darnell Bros app, and that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to pay that setup cost of $20,000, and you guys are going to see, I'm going to do this as fast as possible. What you should be seeing on screen right now is the speedrun timer. I'm going to be classifying my time on screen. I am going to be doing some cuts here and there if there's like a far distance for me to travel, but the time code, the actual stopwatch you're seeing on screen, is going to be accurate to the length of this clip. So you'll see exactly how long it takes to do this whole thing as we go through. I'm anticipating probably about 18 minutes in total, but let's see if we can beat that time. Let's see if we can, you know, beat it in some sort of way. If I'm a little bit slower, you know, it is what it is. But when I've done it on stream, we could do the finale in about 6 to 6.5 minutes typically. If I'm really fast, flawless, about 6 minutes. The rest of the time will probably be about 6.5. And depending on how the rest of these missions go, we can expect some sort of quick setup time. So this first one, you're basically coming over here. You need to take down this crate, open it up, but first we gotta take out the security. Sometimes I sit on my oppressor Mark II, blow everyone up, sometimes I just shoot them. It is what it is. I would say just for now, I feel like maybe it'll be slightly more efficient for me to just do this. But we're just trying to take, what is it? What is this mission anyway? The EMP module, I think? I don't even know the setups themselves. I never really pay attention. I just run through this stuff as absolutely as fast as possible. That's what it is, the EMP charge. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to just go back to the garment factory. So we're gonna fly back there on my oppressor. Now for this, I'll probably cut out because there's not much to see. But the point is, of course, the timestamps that you'll see on the video for the actual time it's taken me to complete this, you will see reflected. So with that being said, let's just get on ahead here. And with this, you can just fly right in on your oppressor. I would recommend, of course, using your sparrow, using your buzzard, using an oppressor. I wouldn't really recommend the Raiju for missions like this just because you're going to constantly have to get in and out of the plane itself. And that's really frustrating. Same thing with using the sparrow. You're going to have to constantly get in and out of the heli. Your engines are going to need to spool up, things like that. And it's just going to take a while to kind of get started. So I don't really recommend you do that one necessarily. I mean, you can. It would be just fine. I think I went through this with the worst way. I probably should have done the helicopter steal mission first. That way I could get the facial recognition third, and then I could just start the finale from there, and I wouldn't need to go back to the garment factory. But oh well. I mean, either way, that would maybe only save you like 10 seconds or something. For this one, we literally just need to find this certain dressed character, scan his face, and then we need to leave the area. And sometimes it's kind of finicky with the spawn points. A lot of times you'll find them right away and it won't be too big of a deal. It kind of just depends. It's very strange how it works. Oh, never mind. That's not even this mission. Or actually it is. It's just after this point. So for this, you could also use the oppressor as well and blow everyone up. I actually don't even know why I'm getting off. I would be better off just blowing everyone up. You can't blow up the felon, so feel free to launch grenades, missiles, whatever you want. I'm actually just commentating like this and playing it like I normally would any other mission for like a live gameplay. So I already am taking this at a slower rate. I'm here to make this video to be like, this is the fastest way to do it. And I'm not even listening to my own advice. But what I would recommend for you for sure is just to fly in with the oppressor, blow everyone up so that you don't need to spend 2 seconds of gunfights and grab the facial recognition scanner. But now this guy will spawn either up north here at a hotel, or he'll spawn south in downtown. At another type building, or he'll spawn on the beach, which is where we're going. So we got to go to the West Coast Highway, and we'll fly over. I think for this one, he's usually on the beach. While we're on the way, too, what I'll show you is this guy that you're looking for. If you played through this, you recognize what this guy looks like and how he looks. But I'd say just for the sake of this mission, like, you don't need to bring up the phone or anything like that. So once you know the type of character you're looking for, the type of NPC, you don't have to worry. So we got to stand here and deploy our surveillance drone. The first place I'm going to check, which is typically the place that he is like on the beach right below the house. But sometimes he could be on the deck on the front of the house, something like that. Just look out for the guy wearing his red sweater. And here he is. Typically, this is the spot I'll find him for this spawn point. So just get sort of close to him, scan his face, just let it scan, and the game will boot you out of the actual drone itself. I wouldn't exit or anything like that because I noticed that the mission tends to glitch out. I've tried exiting it before and it won't work if I press that button. I don't know if that's a reproducible bug or a glitch, or if that just happened for me that one time, but once it happened, I just stopped touching my controller afterwards just to absolutely eliminate the possibility of it ever happening again. You know, probably not something you absolutely need to worry about, but it is what it is. And this is why I wanted to do the helicopter one first, because as you can see, I'm super far from the airport, and now I need to fly all the way to the airport to get this next setup done. But as you can see, we're 2 of the 3 setups done, and we're only 6 minutes into this. So now we're gonna fly all the way back to the airport, steal this heli, and then we will literally be right there, be able to do the finale. Now, of course, in this video, you're seeing me do the priority file. I figured I'd show the not only is the fine art file the fastest FIB file to do, but it's the most fun in my opinion, probably the easiest, and also it's the priority file for this week. So I just figured I'd showcase the one that would make you the most amount of money. But after that, you're probably thinking, well, what next? Well, I would definitely recommend you play through the other FIB files, which we'll be doing later this weekend. I'll give you guys a speedrun guide for Project Breakaway, as well as Brute Force. And if you guys want to see one for Black Box as well, I can definitely take care of that for you. So once you fly to the airport, you want to go to some sort of hangar. I've gotten multiple different locations. You're either getting the one on my left over there in front of the orange plane, or you're getting this one, or you're getting the far one over there, like the southeast corner. But either way, you can land, depending on the location you have. I don't know if this one has it. You can actually just land like right on the roof, and you'll be good to go to just get inside. This one, I don't actually recognize where I can go inside from the rooftop. I guess it's over there. But either way, you could just run right into the warehouse itself. Now, this is, I would say, the part of the mission that's going to slow you down most. You have a bunch of these, like, boxes you need to destroy. And depending on your positioning here, you sometimes can't see them to take them out in, like, any sort of normal order. So just look for the boxes that have, like, that arrow above them. And you could shoot them from really, really far range and blow them up. You're going to have a ton of enemies down at the bottom floor that are going to be shooting you as well, but it's not really something you have to worry about all too much, just because the goal here to speedrun this is to go as fast as you can through this and just get in the heli and leave. You don't need to eliminate everyone. Obviously, if you want to just have fun shooting enemies because you like gunfights, go for it. Once I destroy all the boxes, though, just to make this fast, you also can't mantle in most of these places to get down. But I'm just going to go here just to make myself fall to the bottom as fast as I can. It is going to kill you, but it's a lot faster than running down the stairs. And now you can see where I am. I respawn on the bottom floor. And like I said, you don't need to kill all these guys. You can look for whatever heli you want. I'm going to go for the Kanata, which unfortunately seems to be a crossover here. So just make sure you're spamming your snacks and all that. You can also just kill the people if you want, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. To get in this chopper, spam RT to leave. I'm just, again, just showing you how quick you could do it. Usually when I'm streaming, I end up killing everyone. But now all we have to do is fly back to the, not to the garment factory itself, but sort of close to it. So head this direction, aim for the middle of the two bridges, and you're already heading in the direction of the garment factory. And once you do, you just land the heli, press right on the D-pad to stash it, and then you just need to leave the area. So you could spawn your oppressor right away, spawn your sparrow, whatever the case is. And then at that point, you just obviously got to leave the area. The mission will be complete. You could pull up your phone right away and start the finale. We're almost done. We're 9 minutes in, and the setups are almost complete. So you can see here how if you're speedrunning this, that if, you know, the finale takes you another 6 or 7 minutes and you're already done at 9 minutes, it's only going to be a 15, 16-minute mission. I think at this point, you know, we'll be at about at the 10-minute mark by the time I land and leave and then get started with the finale. So we'll be about at, I guess, the 17-minute mark for the total length of the FIB file itself. But I'd still say that's pretty good, especially when I didn't speedrun this to the absolute best of my ability. So make sure the heli's parked. You could stash it. Next up, I'm going to request my personal vehicle. My oppressor is going to spawn hopefully on the street in front of me if I'm looking behind me. There we go. So I'll just jump off the rooftop here. And we will get on the oppressor, fly away. And I probably don't even need more snacks and armor for this next finale here. Work complete, approach vehicle required. Let's just go start up right away. We are just going to rip this through. I shouldn't need the extra snacks or armor. If you do, you know, you could just respawn at your agency, whatever the case is, just to get them. But if you're looking to get this done absolutely as fast as possible, then just follow my lead here and start the mission. I mean, we already have a few snacks and armor. I think we have plenty. Let me just check just to make sure. Jody, you don't need to keep talking. I guess I'll do it when I get in the heli, because I want to make sure I'm on my way flying to that building. So you could just take your oppressor, fly up to the roof, get in the heli here, and now we can check. So I have, oh, I only have 1 body armor left and 28 snacks. So I guess we could have, I probably could have used a little bit more armor. I did take a lot during the setups, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Like, you can feel free to die as many times on this finale as you want. You don't have limited lives, unlike, you know, the salvage yard finales or the Dr. Dre contract sub-finales or the league finales or anything like that. You don't have to worry about dying. So if you're just someone who dies a lot in this game, don't worry. These missions are very forgiving. That's why I like this business a lot. Normally, this is like a 450k an hour business if you're just farming the normal finales and you have already done the priority file for the week. Because I don't include that in my hourly earnings. Of course, that's going to be above and beyond and double the rate of which you're making money with the extra contracts. But say if every single file takes you 20 minutes to do, Well, that's going to be basically 3 contracts an hour. You have a 5-minute cooldown in between the contracts you could do, or the FIB files, I should say, in which case, at that point, you know, you're doing 3 of them in an hour, call it for 200k a piece, that's 600k an hour right there, which is not too bad at all. Now, what you got to worry about here is, of course, the enemies. You don't want to get yourself detected, because one of the requirements for the bonus objectives is to not get detected. Another one is for finding the loot within, I guess it's 1 minute, or finding the hidden door in 1 minute, and then the other is just not dying. Not all bonus objectives require you to not die, depending on the file you're doing. This one, you can't die, so you definitely don't want to. Also, excuse the landscapers outside. I can hear them with the leaf blowers and stuff like that, lawnmowers, all that. So hopefully the microphone isn't picking that up. It's unfortunate that I'm doing this right at the same time. Now in here, what I recommend is you could just headshot these guys. Just make sure the second guy doesn't see you. And so also what you're gonna do here is, as soon as you kill these 2 guys, I go right here to plant this charge, because I need to go to that door on the left over there. So I might as well start from this place anyway. That way I can plant the charges and work my way up to the door, and I don't need to double back or anything like that. Not that it's going to be a massive time save, but again, it's just a little bit extra time that you have to save. And again, we're all about saving time on this mission if you're looking to speedrun it. Like I said, I'm trying to get this done as close to 15 minutes as I can. I think we're going to get this done at about the 17-minute mark. So here, we could take out this guy. Now I'd recommend you use your silenced assault shotgun, because we're going to have 2 enemies here, and we don't want to alert either of them to our presence. So try and headshot them as fast as you can. You'll drop them both, you don't have to worry. Now we need to EMP this apartment, and I don't recommend we detonate the EMP charges until we're right here at this door, because then we're going to want to go down, of course, into the actual apartment building itself. So we're good. And here we go. We're starting the rest of the mission. The rest of it's pretty simple here. We're already in the penthouse, so now you don't need to worry about alerting anyone or anything else. This is where you find the door, right here, at this wall. Let me just kill this guy. And we will also flip this switch. This guy's going to be in the way. Hopefully he doesn't shoot us while we're on this. Typically, I end up killing everyone first. Yeah, he's killing us as fast as possible. Look for... Okay, we don't have a glass with fingerprints. If you find a glass with fingerprints, pick that up over there on the nightstands to the bed, because that will give you 1 less hack. When you have priority file for the fine art file for the week, you have 3 hacks. Otherwise, it's always 2, but the fingerprints that you get on the glass, that will reduce it by 1. So if we found it, we would only have 2 hacks for the priority file, 1 for the normal. So now I'm just going to go through all 3 hacks. We got 1. In case you don't know the method, I do have a guide on this on my channel, but basically you go to the topmost one, or topmost print, and then you go down and to the right, however many you have to go down. So there we go. We just have 1 more left to do. I probably didn't explain that in the clearest way. I would definitely recommend looking up a video yourself if you're kind of confused on it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so now we got them all done. That one took me a little bit longer. It's going to take you a while as well, just because it's the priority. So we have to do 3 of them. I still kind of get tripped up in a way, and obviously our pace is going to be a little bit slower because of it. Now, once you get the door open, we need to steal the ornamental egg. Don't grab the egg first. Get the 2 side contents first so that you don't trip like the nerve gas. Grab these 2, then get the egg last. That way you can leave the room. You don't die or anything like that. Because if you sit in the room for too long with the gas, you will die. And obviously, again, besides the bonus objectives, there's no real punishment for dying. If you don't care about the bonus objectives, then you don't. And there's no punishment for dying. But obviously, that is just going to slow you down. And you might as well try and get the bonus objectives done. So I'll take these guys out. You only have 2 enemies that spawn. The rest of the enemies that spawn in this mission are going to be downstairs. There's probably about maybe 10 or 12 enemies. Some roll up with a vehicle, some are parked outside of the garage on the left and right. But as soon as you come down into the parking garage, you'll see probably about 6 enemies just hanging out like behind cover. So these are the guys you want to target first, then you could worry about the rest. You know, if you want to use your grenade launcher or however you prefer to take out enemies in this game, just do that. As you can see, I'm just going to use my RPG and blow up this car. I'm also going to blow up that one. It didn't even seem like it blew up for a second. So let me just take these guys out. And now there's 1 more behind the car. As soon as we do that, we got the close location for the buyer. So we're going to spawn that oppressor, stare at the ground so it spawns close to us. And there we go. Hopefully we can get this done. I'm at 16 minutes total for this contract. I can definitely get this done at probably the 16-minute and 30-second mark. That would be great for a time. Still, with the priority, that would be absolutely solid. Now we're at 16 minutes, 10 seconds for the total length of this recording. I mean, if we can get close, honestly, like, we could fib it by a few seconds from the beginning of the clip, because the stopwatch is starting when I started this clip itself. I don't know how else to do it in Premiere to line it up for when I exactly started playing, when I booked the contract on my phone. But there we go. That was 16 minutes, 25 seconds, basically. Give or take a few extra seconds from the beginning when we would just wasted a little bit of time. I'm commentating this live. It probably sounds crazy. This isn't my best performance of the commentary. I'm just trying to live commentate, you know, my strategy, my thoughts in the mind of Hazard of speedrunning this. And that's not too bad in my opinion, you know? So there we go. We got all the bonus objectives, 612,000 payout, enter the penthouse undetected, checked, flick the switch in 60 seconds, boom, all cabinet contents. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. You just have to get all the cabinet contents. So $662,000 from that. And there you go. It really is that simple, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, one glitch is once you finish the finale, for some reason, no matter what your personal vehicle is, it'll always spawn underneath the map for some reason. So you're just going to need to send it back to your storage and then call it back out. That is one downside, but you have a 5-minute cooldown before you can start another. So now you can go and call it, you know, some tow truck jobs for your salvage yard, do some more setups for the Dr. Dre, do payphone hits, do security contracts, whatever content you want to do in that 5 minutes, feel free to go ahead and do that.